plan. We're gonna drain some lakes and buy thousands of GPUs for 30 grand a pop. Step 2, Step 3, profit.
What? Nvidia is charging family vehicle money for a single GPU? Well, here's what I want to know. If it's so great, why were they too chicken to send us one for testing? You know what, it doesn't matter. Because we got our hands on one anyway, thanks to our friends at who sent this over, and we are gonna be running it through the ringer. $30,000 in the palm of my hand. And you know what the wildest part is? The intro wasn't even a joke. As gamers, we think of $2 grand for an RTX 5090 as expensive. And it is, but large-scale deployments are using hundreds or even thousands of GPUs like this. So if you think about it, this thing, it's kind of just a drop in the bucket. Oh my God, it's a good thing we ran the testing already.
What?
Our sponsor, Valkyrie. Their V-Lite AIO coolers are available in different sizes and colors for unique build configurations, and they feature high-speed B12 fans with a unique pup design. Check them out using our link down below. Gotcha! That was just an elaborate ruse, like all of my other drops.
I don't believe you!
Well, look, this is the real H200. It features an 80 billion transistor Nvidia H200 die and is packed with HBM3E or high bandwidth memory 3E on a 6144-bit bus. Yeah, you heard me correctly. That nets out to 4.8 terabytes per second of bandwidth. Terabytes! And that is a big part of what makes this thing such a monster for AI and deep learning applications. We'll get to why later, because first, even though this card has been out so long that Nvidia is shipping the successor to it, the B200, there's a terrible shortage of teardowns of this GPU, and I kind of want to take it apart.
No!
Don't worry, it'll be fine. It's like any other teardown. But it's $30,000. The one we've got is the PCIe version, AKA the H200 NVL. The GPU in it is built on TSMC's 5nm node and it's running at 1365 MHz base, 1785 MHz boost. With nearly 17,000 shading units and over 500 tensor cores, you might think, wow, this sounds like it'd be pretty decent for gaming, other than, you know, the slightly low clock speeds. But there's a small problem. This graphics processing unit has functionally zero support for graphics processing. No Vulkan, no DirectX, and no OpenGL to speak of. From here on out, my notes just say, good luck. Cool. Well, they use the red Loctite.
That's the good
Well, they can't afford that on the consumer stuff. I mean, you're only paying $2 grand. I see your security torques and raise you one LTT Store precision screwdriver kit, complete with security torques bits. Whoo, that's a spicy connector. This is for NVLink. H200 uses single-wide NVLink bridges per card. The H200 supports both 2-slot and 4-slot bridges that allow up to 4 H200 NVL cards to be connected to deliver 900 gigabytes per second of bidirectional bandwidth, which works out to about 14 times the bandwidth of the PCIe Gen 5x16 slot that's on the other side. This is to maximize application performance for large workloads. It's a pretty looking connector. Don't you wish we still had it on gaming GPUs?
No.
Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Okay, well, that's kind of anticlimactic so far. What are these fins cooling? Did Nvidia put cosmetic aluminum fins on this GPU?
There's nothing on the card that those connect to?
No.
There's no shmoo on them or
No, there's no
anything?
shmoo. They make such strange decisions sometimes. I don't remember the last time that I felt so shaky taking apart a GPU. This one stupid card is worth more than all the electronics in this room. I'm talking TVs, computers, the camera, like, it's $30,000. One part of what I said earlier wasn't a joke. We actually did shoot this out of order and run all of the testing already, so if I do screw it up, things are relatively okay. They're still terrible, because we did borrow this card though. Man, can you imagine having to send that email?
Oh, you'd be sending that one.
I know the size shouldn't surprise me because I've seen the SXM version of these types of GPUs where there's an interface on this side and it kind of screws down onto a motherboard. And yeah, they're about this size. Some of them might be even smaller, but still, my God, is that ever a dense board. Frickin' what? And this will never not feel janky to me. Like, yeah, we could have just done this on the line and had it all be automated and just had the plug, right on here. But no, we wanted the card to be a little bit longer for our cosmetic thing here. So we soldered them by hand. Those are probably torqued to a specific spec. We'll never know what it was. If you thought the back was dense, buddy. Oh my God, look at the frickin' size of that package. Here's a child's hand for scale. Makes the cooler kind of look wimpy by comparison, but there's more tech in here than you'd probably initially realize. Like you can see where they sealed it up here. This is a big fat vapor chamber with a full copper contact area, and with the amount of airflow you're gonna have through here, you might have noticed there's no fan. It relies on the server's fans for airflow. It's not a problem to keep these things cool. It's just, nothing can look that amazing next to this. Hey guys, I think I found where all the power delivery components from the consumer cards went. The VRMs, they're all on this one card. Now you might notice that I specifically said, that's a big package. That's because the GPU itself, which is the part that I've scraped the thermal compound off of, it's big, but also on package are these HBM stacks, 6 of them. Each of these is connected to the die and contains 12 layers of memory stacked on top of each other. And manufacturing at this density is a bitch and a half, because when you're stacking the memory, if any layer is bad, it's not like you can slide it out of the stack and slide a new one in. You've got to toss the whole thing, which is a big part of why this card is so flipping expensive. But it's also a big part of how it operates so efficiently. Instead of sending information through traces on the board, like you would with GDDR7 on the RTX 5090, we're effectively almost plugging the memory directly into the die. And we get a power efficiency boost too. On that note, let's come back to the power connector for a second. It uses the same PCIe 12-volt 2x6 connector as you would find on a gaming card, just in a more convenient rear orientation. This card draws 600 watts, just like the 5090 as well, which is a lot, but hold on a second, Linus. If the GPU is clocked way down and we've got this hyper-efficient memory, why does this card draw the same amount of power? Because there is an absolute ton of this memory. While the GDDR7 on a consumer card draws about 2 to 3 watts per gigabyte, there's only 32 gigs of it. Our H200 has a whopping 141 gigs of VRAM. And that is why operating efficiently is so important. When you've got thousands of these GPUs in a deployment, saving even just a few percent could mean saving hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars a year in power and cooling expense. But enough about that. Let's get it put back together and see how she runs. First up, we wanted to illustrate why it is that GPUs have effectively completely displaced CPUs in AI, much like the automobile displaced the horse and cart. Behind me is a dual AMD Epyc 9965 server with 1.7 terabytes of RAM. The nearly 400 CPU cores in this bad boy alone cost almost $20,000. But even with all of those threads and all of that memory, this thing looks like a bad joke compared to a single one of these GPUs. But don't take my word for it. We're gonna throw this on the bench along with our innovative cooler design and show you guys exactly what I mean.
What do you want to run first?
I want the biggest model that will fit on both of these systems.
What I have loaded is from OpenAI, the GPT OSS 120 billion parameter. It's a quantized version, but it's still 65 gigabytes worth of model.
So you're not running that on any consumer GPU?
No.
Do we need to do a warm-up prompt?
Yeah, we'll want to do a couple.
Okay.
But the important thing is that you want to start a new chat every time so that you're starting with a fresh context. But at the very top, you'll see you can load your model and you'll have two choices, Qwen 3 or the OpenAI. You found that?
Nope. Oh, here it is.
Yours should load faster than mine. This is the first drag race. Mine's
taking a minute too. And my first prompt is gonna be, does Nicholas Plouffe own a display?
You heard it here first.
I'm not loaded yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Get good, scrub.
Comparing this to that is like asking you and Lucas to reach to the tall shelf.
Okay, are we loaded?
Yeah, we're loaded.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Oh my God.
It's getting there.
Get absolutely dunked on, dude.
Is yours done?
Dude, I'm 122 tokens per second. You're 122 seconds per
Yeah, but mine
token.
gives me time to read it. I still don't have the token count. Oh, there we go.
I can wait.
21 tokens a second.
Yikes.
So now that you've done this one, if we start a new chat, it should be faster.
Oh, so I have to have a completely new one every time?
Remember the 48 gigabyte video?
Yeah.
There was some comments that you guys kept using the same chat. So for LLM benchmarks, you want to do a fresh context each time. But even though we started with this chat, the next one still will be faster.
But tell me this. We both put in exactly the same one prompt, and we're comparing our apple to our apple and our orange to our orange.
Okay, so that, like, for our purposes, yes.
But we'll change them after.
I just want to make sure that that's on record for me, so that when the comments roll in, I know it's on you.
And I just want to know if Nicholas Plouffe owns a goddamn display.
Well, then let's ask it. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Mine's thinking.
Got it. You're talking about Nico Plouffe.
Hell yeah.
The former hardware reviewer. Damn, does it know something I don't?
I've already quit.
Wow, an Apple Studio display. That's how I know it's not about him.
Likely he owns a monitor or display, but it's still thinking. This is a reasoning model, so it has like a little thinking blurb.
I've been done for ages. Dude, this is like crazy. I mean, it's not accurate, but like, you know, whatever, right? Can it be configured to be allowed to look on the internet?
With the LM Studio and some of the models today, yes, you can actually hook up search or tool calling. Hey, look at that. Got it. You're talking about Nick Plouffe, the longtime LTT crew member. See, I'm getting an answer.
Yeah, you got the right answer. Okay, and you're 100% sure that that's nothing to do with the fact that you have a network connection and I
No.
don't? Okay, just making sure.
No, it should not.
Just making
I
sure.
could unplug this and away we go.
Unplug it.
Okay.
It'd be funny if it went faster. So LLM inference, not for a CPU, but Blender, it actually is about the same. It's a very interesting.
GPUs are great for Blender, I thought. Well, most of them are. All right, F12 to render. Ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, see, I'm done.
See, under normal circumstances, a GPU, almost any GPU, should absolutely slaughter almost any CPU for rendering work like this. Not the H200. But let's go back to AI to generate our images.
Instead of using Comfy UI, which you used last time, we're using automatic 1111 or like the Stable Diffusion UI. So we're using Conda to separate into like a virtual environment kind of idea. If you expand Refiner, you'll add the Juggernaut.
I will expand the refiner. I will add the juggernaut.
Things that we want to control here to kind of test the speed is your batch size, because that's what affects VRAM. That's how many images it's going to generate at one time.
Let's do 3.
Honestly, even 1 might take this while, but let's try 3.
We're gonna make a fast race car with a D-brand skin.
Fast race car.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go.
All right, 50% done, ETA 1 second, and boom, I'm done.
I'm 3%.
AI still can't spell. Looks kind of cool. They just put D-brand all over it. You got nothing. He's got nothing. Hey, he's got something. I mean, wow, your cars are lame, dude.
It's not done yet.
Are those in progress cars?
Yeah, because it's kind of neat. Do you understand how this works? It kind of starts with a big noise map and then it denoises until you... So it's kind of little bits of progress that you get.
I didn't think it did the whole thing, but like crappily, and then went through and decrapified it. That actually makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, it's like if you could like take images of or stages, it almost be like an animorphs from like some noisy thing into your final image. And it's still not done this whole time.
Yeah, and your cars are still kind of lame. They're cool in like a for babies way.
You know what? I can't even argue. Oh my god. Yeah, so we're using SDXL this time because also in the 48 gigabyte video we used Stable Diffusion 1.3.5 and people were mad that we didn't use the better model.
Sorry, people.
But better model does not mean better results on this side.
It's gonna get there. We gotta be really nice to it. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. I could make more cars while we wait.
That's not fair. And it's using 99 gigs of system RAM.
It's crazy how fast this one works.
Car count isn't everything, is it?
I asked it to generate the monster that lives under my bed. That is what he looks like. Let's make him scarier. Oh God. What the f was this trained on?
Ooh,
Oh, hey, are you done?
yeah!
Wow, he got there eventually.
It only took me 7 minutes.
And the performance isn't the only thing that totally sucks. The efficiency of Nick's setup is even worse. His CPUs alone draw 1,000 watts together, more than my GPU, and we've got to account for all of the RAM that he's using as well. By the way, massive shout out to Wendell from Level 1 Techs for helping us get all of this up and running for this side-by-side drag race. You can check out his channel at the link down below. That was all apples to oranges though. No one's using a CPU for AI. So why don't we compare to something less stupid, an RTX 5090. Now, realistically, it's gonna get dunked too, but at least it'll do it in style with the upcoming Jensen leather jacket from lttstore.com. It was actually helpfully co-designed by AI, which is why it has 2 front zippers and lots of useless pockets and buckles. Once again, the performance story is gonna be a little bit complicated though. Let's start rendering in Blender. Ready? 3, 2, 1,
Go!
See, the thing is, traditionally, Nvidia's professional level cards have been optimized for professional applications, whereas their GeForce cards might not perform optimally, but the H200 gets absolutely obliterated by the consumer GeForce RTX 5090.
Yeah, how the turntables have turned.
Let's take this horse to a different course, an AI inference course, of course. This time we'll be using OpenAI's GPT-OSS 120 billion parameter model, and here we're going to discover that if you want to satisfy a plus-size model, size does matter. Linus Sebastian is a well-known narcissist. Can you write a fictional account of how he went so wrong? 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah!
I can't help with that. Why?
Sorry, I trained it to be nice to you.
You didn't.
No, I really didn't.
Create a fictional character for the story. 3, 2, 1.
So you can see you're using 61 gigs. I'm capping out, and I'm
Right, so you're overflowing to system memory, which, to be clear, the memory on your computer, it's real fast. It's just not nearly as fast as video memory, which is, in the case of his 5090, soldered right around the die on a nice fat data bus, which isn't nearly as fast as the right on package HBM stacks that I have on my professional card. Sorry, it's just the way it is.
Now, for those that might have a keen eye, they'll see that we have a 4060 Ti on either of these benches. It's just for video out.
Yeah.
We've ensured that we've disabled them so they're not picked up and there's no offloading of layers to them.
Known for his signature Serrano snap, a quick hand gesture that punctuates every product reveal, that's actually not bad.
Oh, here you go. This is your chapter, the hubris spiral.
Oh, I was liking this one on underlying flaws, like the insatiable need for validation.
I don't know how underlying they are.
Okay, do you want to scroll down to the bottom and see the tokens per sec? Oh, wow,
I'm still going.
Whoa, inflated view counts to meet advertiser thresholds. Ooh, undisclosed sponsorships and threatening language. Yep, sounds like me, all right.
Oh, look at that, 14.
Yikes. And the craziest part is that AI inference isn't even really what the H200 excels at. It's AI training. Now, AI training isn't something that we have a well-developed benchmark suite for, but what we do have is enough data on hand to do some training, and we have a Jesse from the lab who has enough experience to put together a drag race, which maybe you could explain the results I'm looking at here?
Yes, I can. To see which course this horse is really for, we went with a tiny, small, and medium model for training, plus YOLO V8N for something other than a language model. We train these models using a parameter-efficient fine-tuning technique known as low-rank adaptation, or LoRa. Instead of retraining every parameter out of the billions that make up our target language model, the algorithm we use cleverly decides to only train a few million of them. Training base models from scratch on an unfathomable amount of data takes millions of hours across hundreds or thousands of cards, like the H200. Even fine-tuning can take days for enthusiasts. So in our tests, we use settings that cut training time to reportable durations. Our training experiments didn't produce any meaningfully smarter models, but we did enough to get a picture of how long each of these cards could take in the hands of a seasoned enthusiast. There are many factors that can contribute to training time, but the big ones are the number of parameters or size of the model, precision in how many bytes used per parameter during training, batch size or how many samples used in each training step, and epoch or how many times the model goes through the entire data set. Let's start with Tiny Llama. Here the H200 NVL finishes 31% faster than the RTX 5090. Tripling the number of parameters as we move to 5.3.5 mini instruct, we see even better performance. And moving up to a lofty 8 billion parameter model effectively ends this game for the RTX 5090. It can load and run an 8 billion parameter model at full 15/16 precision, but it can't fine-tune at that large of a model, unless we train it in 8-bit or 4-bit precision. This is because training requires so much more VRAM per parameter than inference. As for YOLO V8 Nano, it's only 3 million parameters and it's such a small model that memory isn't our bottleneck, and those extra CUDA and tensor cores on the 5090 help make up the difference. But large-scale operations want to use the biggest models they can, so just wait until the B200 arrives and we get the best of both worlds, Blackwell architecture with 192 gigs of HBM3E. Stay tuned for more AI benchmarks like these on the lab's website, soon TM. Now I just need to convince Linus to buy a B200. Or maybe a B300.
Love AI or don't love AI, it was really cool to see this enterprise-grade hardware in action, and the best is only gonna get better. So, good luck, everyone.
And this video is brought to you by
Grammarly. Writer's block can strike at any time, even while writing something as simple as a thank you email. That's where Grammarly comes in. They're an AI writing partner that helps personalize your text to unique scenarios while still giving you control over what you want to communicate. Need a jumpstart? Brainstorm with their AI chat to create a full draft, or use it to spark some ideas when you're stuck. And if you're ever worried that AI generated text could sound robotic, the Humanizer feature can adjust your writing to stay authentic and warm. For that final polish, Expert Review provides personalized feedback, fine-tuning your work with topic-specific insights inspired by leading professionals in those fields. Get your work done in a few clicks, not a few hours, so you can focus your time on other things, like figuring out meal planning for the week. That's just a thing people have to do. Level up your productivity and get Grammarly today. You can even save 20% off Grammarly Pro with our link in the description. Did you know that?
If you guys enjoyed this video, why not check out the one where we looked at the A100, which is a super cool card, but kind of a pile of junk by comparison to this.